That right there is the largest wheel in the world. So I'm at the Blue Waters Island today. I'm here because I want to interview Emilia. I'm spending time with her later to find out more about what she's doing. She's an entrepreneur. I think you guys are going to love what she has to say. So let's see how that goes. Emilia is an entrepreneur. She's a mom. She's been doing a lot of things by herself. She's traveled the world and she's opened businesses in lots of different places in the world. She's tried and experimented, failed and succeeded. So it's going to be a lot of fun. So we have Emilia here with us. Thank you so much for joining us. And our viewers are really excited to know more about you, what you do, what your background is. You've been a businesswoman, you're a mom, you have a podcast. There's lots of things going on in your life. So Emilia, tell us something about yourself. What is it that you do now and how did you start this?
Well, first of all, thank you for having me. Super nice, super interesting, something new. Podcast is always without video, so this is exciting. I'm a website designer. I help female entrepreneurs start and grow their business with website design and branding. And I'm also the co-host of the Mums in Biz podcast.
So talking about your work, website designing, how did you get into this? Is this something that you graduated with from a university and
No.
you've pursued this your whole life?
No, I'm self-trained.
Self-trained, okay.
Yeah. I had two businesses before I had my website design business. One I started 10 years ago when I was living in the US, and then another one I started here when I moved here. And for both those businesses, I did the website design. I got familiar with it. I really liked it. I loved it. I learned everything I had to for branding, marketing, website design, graphic design, all of that I did myself. I was in the US for 3.5 years.
And was it also website designing?
No, it was, we designed children's wear, German-inspired children's wear.
Okay,
yeah.
all right.
I was always more in fashion. I was always more in clothing. I was a buyer for a big German retailer. And fashion design was my passion. Design in general, but fashion.
It almost looks like wherever you've been, wherever you go, the first thought that comes to you when you think about what you want to do for the rest of your life, or at least for the next year or two, is how do I start a business here? Yeah, I think that's like the first thought that comes to your mind. Why is it like that?
You know, I don't think it's the first thought that comes to my mind. It's a good question. It's just sort of happens. I have an entrepreneurial mindset, I think.
It's subconsciously.
Subconsciously, exactly. I see opportunities everywhere. I have lots of other ideas, I could, besides this business that I'm doing now, I would love to start a few more because I just have all these ideas.
So I want to know how you feel, how your life has been here compared to anywhere else that you've been, and how have you managed all of this with your work and kids and life, basically?
It's a huge question that I ask myself all the time, that I think is something that lots of parents here are concerned about or think about a lot. What is the difference? What is better? When do we go back? Where is home? All these questions, they're huge. And then there's so many advantages here for our kids, for us. There's so many advantages back home. What is right? We just because we grew up, I don't know how you grew up, but I grew up in a city, outside, in the suburbs, with the same friends, same school, same sports club for my whole youth. My husband grew up exactly the same way. So when I drive kids to football practice, I have 6 kids in the car and they're all from different countries. They all have the same interests, they all have the same joys and fun and music they like, and they're just kids. You see the different nationalities, it doesn't matter at all where you're from. So we're just humans. And I think our kids here learn that from such an early age. It's amazing.
And that's the same thing in business as well. You have one client who's from a completely different background, different culture, and then half an hour later you're meeting someone else and he's from a different culture. So sometimes I think that for business or any kind of job that you are in, as long as you're in this region, it can be very difficult because you have to get into a different personality. But do you feel that way? Do you think that you have to be different with different people, or you once you moved here, you found that we have a lot more in common than we have in differences?
We do. And you know what I try, or I don't try, I just am myself. I have my values, I have my business values, I just follow my own rules, if you say, you know, I'm just me. And then people book me because of that. I changed my business name, by the way, into my own name because I realized people were booking me regardless what nationality
so now
they
your business is called Emilia
Ohrtmann. Officially it's
okay.
Emilia Ohrtmann Design, but you know, Emilia Ohrtmann,
and what was
that's
the name before?
MNFL Design.
Say again?
MNFL Design.
MNFL, that's 4 letters?
Yeah, it's the initials of my kids.
Is the MNFL, okay, like IKEA.
It was MNF, yeah.
IKEA is initials of the guy who started, I and K, and E is the town he's from, and A is, you know, the city or the country or whatever. I don't know. But yeah, so
IKEA sounds a bit better though than MNFL.
MNFL sounds like a rap name though.
Yeah. It was always a good starting point, but people couldn't remember it. People were, as I said, they remembered my name. So eventually I changed my business name. But yeah, I think what I learned to deal with lots of different nationalities. And of course, everybody is a bit different. We have different values, different beliefs, I mean, let's talk about time management or being on time, yeah? Let's talk, for Germans, this is so important. We are on time, we deliver on time. I mean, for other nationalities, there's more like, more relaxed.
That's not really true. That's not really
no,
true.
it is. It is so true.
There is, yeah, but yes, you're from Germany and you
in
say
general,
that, yeah.
But I've worked with different nationalities and without judgment, you know, I'm just saying everybody sort of fits in the stereotype a little bit.
Okay.
Because it is just true, which is not a bad way. It's super interesting. You know, for me, I love it. I love to work with different nationalities and get to know. Also, that makes a different kind of business. The way they do business, the way they want to brand their business, that's all different. And that's what makes it so exciting here.
Maybe you're right, because most of the people I've interviewed, I would always ask them the time and place which is convenient for them one day before I shoot them. I always ask this question, so what time are you comfortable with, what place are you comfortable with? And when it comes to time, the answers I usually get are 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 11:30, noon. With you, it was, what time are you comfortable with? 9 o'clock in the morning. That was the only one option I had. So yeah, I mean, it does make sense. You're right, yeah. The one thing I want to talk about now is something very common. A lot of people who attend my masterclass on starting up in entrepreneurship always come up with so many different points as to why they shouldn't or cannot start their business right now. It could be because of the work that they're doing right now, the job they have. It could be, moms especially, it could be because their lifestyle with the kids and everything. So what do you have to say to such people?
I always say just start. It's my motto. It's a motto that I'm trying to follow all the time. It's just start. Just start somewhere. Just start small. You know, if it's been on your mind for a long time, give it a try. Why not? And all these things that you just mentioned, I have it as well with my clients, or before they become my clients, or just people I meet in my network. They all have like lots and lots of reasons why they shouldn't start, or why it won't work, or why, what other people are saying, what somebody says, oh no, there's enough website designers in the market, and there's so many reasons why you shouldn't do it. Write down all the reasons why you should do it, turn the perspective. There's so many reasons why you should try and start and give it a go. And you don't have to go, like we said before, you don't have to go big and do it big, but just start, just do something somewhere. It can be really small, it can be just testing the waters. Just give it a go. There is nothing to lose, really. I mean, people often say, and I was the same, when I started my university degree, I think I said it to you on the phone yesterday, I was like, oh my God, I have to do the right thing now. It's gonna decide my whole career. And actually, that's not true.
And
There's
that never happens.
always, no, exactly. That never happens. People always change a little bit. I think people are more interesting when they have, like, their life goes a little bit like this instead of a straight line. So I think there's always time to change and to adjust. And so just start, just give it a try. And if it doesn't work, you learned something and you did something. So mums, but actually anybody, we all have time somewhere to dedicate on our dreams. And if it has been on your mind for a while and been a dream in your head, give it a go. Because the only thing that nobody wants is, I think, being old, this typical phrase that everybody says, sitting on your deathbed and wondering, what if? That is something that I definitely don't want to do. I never want to wonder, what if?
You have to work hard to build your dreams. Yeah, there's no easy way, there's no shortcut. But if you're not going to do that, then the other option you have is working hard to build someone else's dream. Yeah,
Yes,
so that's
so
the only
true.
choice we have in life.
Yeah.
So you either work hard to build yours, or somebody's going to hire you so that you can build theirs. Yeah, if you're okay with that, great. Yeah, but either way, you have to work hard.
Very true.
Yeah.
Very true.
Yeah.
Plus, if you don't do your dream or work on your dream, somebody else will do the same thing.
Yeah.
You know, just their way, and then you're looking at it and you're thinking,
And then
I
there's
should have
regret.
done this.
Yeah,
Actually,
I should've done it.
yeah. Why didn't I do it? But saying that, I think it's still not too late. You can still do it, because there's never, there's enough space for all of us. So you know this whole abundance thing, that people think, oh no, there's so many people who sell coffee now. Yeah, we are sitting in a coffee shop, that's why. So, but there's not a coffee shop like you. So, or like me,
That's
you
the
know, we
difference.
could start a coffee shop with our own spirit and just make something like a small change. This can be anything, but something like a specific idea to you, something unique, something that would make this coffee shop totally unique.
What's the difference between Starbucks and Costa, for example? It's not the coffee. Yeah? If you're talking about the products, then it's not the product. What is the difference? I mean, if you get an answer to that question correctly, then that's the answer to why you should start up.
Don't listen to your parents, to your friends, listen to yourself. Listen to your own gut feeling, and listen to yourself. Be yourself, and then you will find and you will do the right thing. And you will find something that will make you happy as well.
There are always people telling you what you shouldn't do and why you shouldn't do it. Yeah.
They always know your life the best, but actually you're the only person who knows best.
Who knows you.
Yeah, who knows you, and you're the only person who knows what you can do and what you should do. Nobody else knows it really. I mean, your parents, they know you really well. I think I know my kids inside out. But at the end of the day, it's their life. It's not my life.
One of the biggest responsibilities is towards parents. You know, they are the ones who nurture and help kids with what they will probably become. Yeah. Of course, they cannot decide what they'll become, but they are the ones who guide them. So
Yes.
and there is no formal education for parents, right? For parenthood, there's no degree
I know,
that qualifies you to be a better mom than others, or to be the better mom for this generation, or be a better mom for the 2020. You know, there's no degree there. So
And there should be, because I
There
mean,
should
this
be,
is
yeah.
the hardest job in the world.
there you go, guys. That's a
yeah.
new business idea.
Yeah.
If you're pursuing and if you're looking for business ideas,
Teaching
a
parents.
degree for parents to be able to guide their kids better in the decade we live in, or the decade that's about to start next year in a few days. Emilia, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
It has been such a pleasure to sit here and talk to you and understand who you are, where you come from, and what your mindset is. Thank you so much. I'm sure our audience would have loved listening to you, and I hope we stay in touch and continue
Definitely.
all of this. It's been a pleasure. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.